regards to Kaduna State Development Policy Operation Credit Facility from the World Bank. I will gladly move to the findings and recommendations to save the time of this hallowed chamber. First of all, I will say, based on the submission and interactions with the invited government officials, the committee observed as follows. 1, that the Development Policy Operation DPO budget support of US dollars 350 million for Kaduna State was approved by World Bank in 2016 and captured in 2016-2018 borrowing plan as approved by the National Assembly. 2, that the credit facility has an attractive low financing data of 1.25 interest, moratorium of 5 years, and a 25-year maturity tenor. So whoever is 50 years will be 75 by the time it has matured. 3, that the facility is already captured in the 2016-2018 medium-term expenditure framework. 4, that according to the latest Debt Management Office figure, Kaduna State has a total debt stock of 232 million US dollars, making it the second most indebted state in Nigeria. 5, that approving the current loan request of $350 million for Kaduna State will bring its total debt stock to US dollars 582 million. From 1960 to 2018, our debt profile is 232 million, and now will jump to 582. 6, that if this loan request is approved, the new debt total stock of US dollars 582 million for Kaduna State will be unsustainable and necessarily attract huge financial burden on the meager federal allocation to the state. With the new borrowing, the debt service to revenue ratio of Kaduna State will further be increased and thus impact negatively on the ability of the state to meet other basic needs of its people. The new debt stock will likely further erode the economic viability of the state. The recommendation of the committee, very simple. The committee recommends that the Senate do reject the request of US dollars 350 million for Kaduna State as contained in the 2016 to 2018 external borrowing rolling plan of Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. In conclusion, that with the high debt stock of Kaduna State at the moment, the new borrowing sought will make the debt service to ratio high, thereby worsening the state government's ability to meet its other basic obligations to the people and further erode the economic viability of the state. The committee wishes to express its gratitude to the President of the Senate, the leadership, and distinguished senators for the confidence reposed on it to carry out their assignment. The committee therefore moves that the Senate do reject Kaduna State Development Policy Operation in the sum of US dollar 350 million, only as contained in the 2016-2018 borrowing plan of Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief. We so move. Thank you.
Okay, any comment before we put the question? Senator Hunkwi.
A request for a loan was passed to this chamber to discuss why should a loan be given. I felt the loan is not important as far as I'm concerned, and I am a messenger of my people, my constituency. I am representing my constituency. My constituency did not give me the authority for a loan to be approved whatsoever may be the case. As far as I'm concerned, I met with a representative of Kaduna State. I asked them, what is this loan all about? What project are this loan meant for? I should know from zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, what are the projects all about and who are those responsible for those projects? Who are the contractors? Where is this contract is going to be sited? In zone 1, in zone 2, in zone 3? That question was not answered. And I realized the money received in Kaduna State is much. And I could not understand there is nothing happening in Kaduna State completely. They are busy retiring people, sacking people, and you are asking for loan to do what with the loan?
That one you tell us. You tell us so.
I don't understand. If only such a loan can be given, there must be a mark specified for that job. But if you are collecting a loan, would I give it a reason why this loan should be given? I am not in support because my people are not in support, and I would not like to drag much time on this one section. Please.
Case in question, which happened 2-3 weeks ago, in which a property I have interest in was demolished in my home state. And that property, Mr. President, happened to be Dublin as the state APC secretariat in my state. My immediate response was that, personal to me, a brother of mine who happens to be the governor of that state has taken law into his hands to do what he did. Though pained, but I personally felt I was not to take up this matter beyond that. But after that, Mr. President, I have been receiving very many calls, letters, messages, questions bordering on the legality of that action vis-a-vis issues pertaining to personal liberty and personal security of other Nigerians in similar circumstances. For that reason, Mr. President, even though that matter has since been put before a court of law, I feel Nigerians, particularly my constituents, and indeed this very chamber and my colleagues and other well-meaning Nigerians who have been raising issues and questions, require some detailed explanation, particularly from me, Mr. President, on the circumstances of that action and the true position of that event. And this chamber deserves, possibly with the intervention of Mr. President, to allow a discussion, particularly, Mr. President, as I have said, those issues border strongly on the principles of democracy for which each and every one of us here have sworn in to protect.
Okay. Senator Hunkwi, you recall that Senator Shehu Sani raised this